Hi, and welcome to the early years. Well, what a great fortnight at the college in the early years. We've got many things to celebrate. Firstly, though, it's very exciting to say that all our Shooting Stars students have joined us at the college to begin their transition program, and they're off to a great start. A big thank you to Mrs. Morrison and Mrs. Horshner who lead our Shooting Stars program, and we're really excited to say that the students are in and giving everything a good go. It's wonderful to have our existing prep students play alongside them too at lunch breaks and things to help make them feel welcome and support them in getting to learn what we do here in prep. So welcome to all our new Shooting Stars families, and we hope this is just the start of a very exciting journey for you. It has been a great couple of weeks here. This week I was really fortunate to take the Year 2s on a farm excursion to my very own family farm, my husband's family farm, and the students were learning about the paddock to plate process in our technology unit. So it was really wonderful to take them out during the wheat harvest. They got to ride on the header and see it all in action, as well as see lots of the different machinery and processes that take place for our farmers that make the wonderful food that we get to enjoy every day. So it was really wonderful to take these students out of the classroom and actually go and see for real life how this food and the paddock to plate process really does happen. We also had our Year 3s go off to Downlands this week to the Moobar Munch little festival. So there was lots of workshops and things that they were able to participate in there. Once again, learning where does food come from, what's healthy, what's not healthy, and making really great choices. So our students are really taking that outside of the classroom approach to their learning and really thriving. So thank you too to our teachers who organise these magnificent experiences for them. Also, stay tuned. A few big dates to claim on our calendar this term. It's certainly a fast one, but one of our biggest ones that we really love in the early years is our annual nativity play. Now, it's on the final week of school, so in week 10 on Thursday. I think it's the 5th of December, sorry. So it would be great to have all our wonderful families there. That'll be on at 10 a.m. in the MPC, and we would love to see as many of our families there as possible. Now, it would also, Mrs. Sullivan has also sent home some correspondence to all the early years families just with some details about the costume requirements. Please keep it simple. Just have a look and see what you've got. Perhaps ask between families, resource that way. We don't expect you to be going out and buying and purchasing any fancy costumes, that's for sure. If you need any help or support or can't get your hands on anything, please just get in touch with your class teacher as soon as possible and we can try and source some outfits for you. So that's not a problem at all. Please note that our class list will be released next Thursday. This is an opportunity for all of us to display that resilience too in terms of change and noticing, and with that excitement comes a whole fresh new start in 2025. The class list process is a lengthy one and it's a very thorough process. So please be rest assured that your present class teachers, have taken a lot of time over a couple of term process to plan and execute the best classes that we see fit, taking into consideration every single individual student in our schools. So stay tuned, they will be released next week, and our students will also get that wonderful opportunity on Upday to give their new class a go. So some really exciting times ahead. We also have our usual early years assemblies this term, so please join us on Fridays every even week, apologies. So please join us in the pack. We'd love to see you there. We have 1D hosting this week with 2P in week 6, so please come and join us. It's always a really wonderful experience. At our last early years assembly, we actually had Miss Price and Mrs. Peavy act out a little skit for our students too, and about some friendship dilemmas. We're noticing a lot of students are really needing support in the playground to really navigate those social situations at the moment. So we would love your support in being able to reinforce those skills at home too about what are our options if we're not getting along, and what can I do if I don't agree with what's happening, or what's a strategy that I can use if I'd like to enter a play or perhaps leave a play, and what can I do to always be kind and respectful to others. So there are lots of the conversations we're having in our classrooms regularly to be able to teach our students those really important skills to navigate friendships and social situations. So we really appreciate your support with that at home to help them navigate those situations. Most of all, what we're really excited, and this is something we've been monitoring all year, we did speak really early in the year, Mrs. Peavy and I, and talked about the new approach to reading in our diocese this year. And it's really exciting to see, although there's been some big changes and some different adjustments in the pedagogy that you're seeing in your child's classroom, we're really thrilled to see that some of these results are really paying off. We're seeing some wonderful growth in our students. You would have noticed homework, perhaps reading types of texts have changed over the year, or perhaps a big difference from, say, any previous children coming through in the early years to now. And that is actually intentional, and we see there is lots of research about the growth of reading and how to support children in their reading. So lots of those little lists that are coming home in that Peter 2 phase, practicing their fluency. We talk about practice makes permanent. So the idea is that students need more than a couple of practices in any sounds, any words that they're learning, perhaps any text they're reading. So even though you might think things are a bit repetitive, perhaps it's getting a bit boring with the decodable readers, which is fine. But make sure you're also engaging your child in other authentic, rich texts too, and feel free to read to them as much as possible. Every little bit of opportunity to be read to and read with is just so beneficial. So please touch base with us for your class teacher if you'd like to know more about our decodable structure for reading with that Peter 2. 3 to 6, we're encouraging them to read anything of interest to build that stamina and build that fluency. So with fluency means they're reading at a more accurate rate to be able to understand and comprehend the text a bit better. So please be really encouraging your child to read as much as possible. That's our main goal, so that they can then thrive in their future years of school. But until then, we've got a couple of other busy weeks ahead, so we look forward to seeing you next fortnight. Until then.